So today I made a good recovery on the account. So I ended up recovering the loss that I took on Monday. Made $124 after the loss. It could have been a better day, but honestly, I'm proud of this trade that I took. Followed my rules, stick to the plan, executed, and it just went perfect. I had two stop outs and then I recovered. This could have been an easily almost $200 day, but because of the time constraint, I did not get to capitalize as how I would have loved to. So, yeah, good day, good win. This is where I'm at currently for the month. We are at the end of April, only one trading day left in the month. Today we had FOMC, by the way, and I didn't even check what the news did. I didn't even check what was the result. So um, let me show you the executions. These are just pyramid trades. I didn't even I only took basically one trade. It's just that I added multiple times, just trying to capture a short push. So let me show you. Took a trade here, went into profit, and then I got stopped out right here. I'll show you on the MT5 what we actually did. So currently I'm basically up 3%, 3.3% this month. Like I said, I really just kind of just slow down. I'm really just trying to take it slow. So I've been trying to dig this account out of drawdown for pretty much almost 2 months right now. You know, almost 2 months because I got this account in February and currently we are at April and I'm trying to get it all the way to um to $1,000. So I needed to get to 10,000 or basically 11,000. So currently this is where I am at. So um let me just quickly go into the trades that I took. Show you. Did not trade London session last night. I did not get the chance to execute. But I was watching the chart until about 1 a.m. So this was a trade that I took. I kind of hesitated. I just wanted to be sure before I took this trade. Honestly, I wanted to wait for the macro because I just catch a quick move before New York open and before I had to report for work. So what I did was I saw we were selling off from the Asia session coming into London and even into pre-New York this morning. So I took entries here. We had a spike down right here at the NY open. This needs to restart. So I took the buys right at New York open approaching the 950 to 1010 macro. Did not execute exactly in the macro. So we had 930 open here and we just pushed down. I think we tapped into a 1 hour fair value gap if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a 1 hour fair value gap that we tapped into, and then now we ended up pushing from there. So let me show you. It's a 1 hour, yeah, it's a 1 hour fair value gap on my data feed, and then now we ended up pushing up. Honestly, I was going to chance the buys from here, but it wasn't enough confirmation for me, so I decided to wait. Ended up coming back down for this swing. I watched all of this and I was going to execute on this candle. But what I was thinking is maybe we come up and then come back down. So I wanted us to close above this candle right here. wanted us to get above this candle right here. So when we finally close above this, I saw this candle as a order block that would have held price. So I waited and waited. We ended up coming back to this nice little fair value gap right here. Nice little fair value gap that we came back into. And I could have executed from here, but I still hesitated, and then I finally took the entry here. I had the stops very tight below here, and that would have been let me see how much the stop from this entry would have been. 25 points. I didn't want to risk more. I could have moved the stops a little bit, but I did not. So we ended up getting stopped on the first two positions that I took, because they were up on this week. What I was thinking is this fair value gap. This would have been the first presented at 9:30. This candle, this fair value gap, I thought we would have probably rejected from here, but I was hopeful because we had already sold off and we are still in an uptrend. We are still bullish. So I was thinking that, you know, we should get a buy here. Either we're going to get it here or it's probably going to come in the after 10. So I saw this inversion or this fair value gap that we could have possibly inverted, but I was just reading the order flow candle by candle. So when I saw this, I said we could actually respect this candle as well. And I did not expect us to come all the way back down to create another sweep here. That's what took me out, but immediately I realized it's just a sweep. And by the time it draw back up, I decided to stack back my two entries inside of here. And I could have came out on this push. And I waited, we come back down again. And I said, if we hold this candle right here, then I'm going to hold. We ended up pushing up, and I saw we rejecting from here. And I know we were approaching the 10 o'clock open. So this would have been the open of a new 4-hour candle right here at 10. And I did not have the opportunity to wait for much more, because work starts for me right on this line. This is 9 o'clock for me, which is 10 o'clock New York time. So I wanted to be just done for the day. So I was already getting up from my little spot right here. So I ended up closing here and say, you know what, this is enough, because I already took a loss and then now I recovered. Wanted to catch much more, and I know it would have run much more, but I did not have the opportunity to monitor the price action the way I would have loved to. So I just call it a day right there with my little 1% win. But looking back at this could have easily been maybe 3, 4, 5% from one entry right here. This could have been an easy, let me see, based on the positions that I re-entered with. Where is this tool? So even from this, I'm going to measure from even this one with a 1 lot to anywhere up here. This would have been $100. So this could have easily been over 4% on the day. 4% on the day to this high right here. But like I said, work kind of just start from me right here. So I just have to just call it a day right here. So I ended up missing out on this push, but I went break even right here. This first position would have possibly gotten stopped out. These ones would have been fine, and I wanted to just hold, but I don't like trading from the phone anymore, because I'm not able to get the precision that I like, and I'm distracted. So I just left it. So we ended up manipulating a little bit on this 4-hour candle, coming down to form the wick and then running up. So this 1 hour gave us a nice little push up here, and this would have been nice to capitalize on, but you know, it is what it is. So that was the only execution that I did on the account. So let me start from the higher time frame and show you what we actually did today. So this is what we currently look. We created a new all-time high yet again since we opened for the overnight session. So this is basically Thursday's candle right here. So I missed out on this push. I knew we would have run up like this based on the fact that we had FOMC. I don't know what the decision was, but from I saw the pullback and I realized we are holding this level right here. I just expected us to push. So I was expecting this push maybe from the 2 p.m. but we did not react much to the news at 2 when Jerome Powell was speaking. So we ended up pulling back again, and as soon as we opened for the New York overnight, we ended up pushing up. So today we ended up selling off, and then we ended up coming back up to close right here. I think my entry was somewhere inside of this candle right here. This is a 10 a.m. as we ended up coming back down and then coming back up. So yeah, that's all we did on the 4 hour. Let me see if there's any divergence. So this is the same thing on SPX 500 and US 30 actually coming down. So we actually came down here and we opened down here. So yeah, US 30 is the weaker one of the asset classes, and I think we had some earnings. I don't know which company report earnings. I just got in from work and I did not get the chance to even check any of that, but we ended up coming back down on US 30. But that's on the 4 hour. The 1 hour is looking choppy today with the session, but still there were some good opportunities to capitalize on, some very good opportunities. So we had the new day opening gap right here. We traded up, come back down in London, traded back up, and then came all the way back down in New York and pulled back again. So it was a bit choppy on the mid-level time frame. So the moves weren't so clean if you don't know how to trade the lower time frame. And this was the trade that we ended up running up, and the targets were pretty decent too. So let me now go to the trading view and show you the opportunities that we could have capitalized on. So I missed out on all of this year because I was not on the charts when all of this action kind of take place. So we had a first buy inside of here running up. I was watching here, but this was after this played out that I was looking. So I was just looking at this and I'm just stacking these PD arrays for confluence. So we had an order block, we have an inversion fair value gap, and we have a retest of this fair value gap here. Then we had an EOB here for entry. So several entries inside of this macro, and this would have been a nice scalp at 8 p.m. We also had another test breaking down the silver bullet type of entry. One here, and another one here to break down inside of the macro. And this pretty much gave up all of the gains from the initial push at open. So we ended up coming back down, and then we had another inversion right here, stacking PD arrays again. So we had an inversion. By the time we get to here, we had a retest of this fair value gap inside of here, and then we ended up just pushing up. By the time we got to 10, this 4 hour candle just open right here, and we just run up, come back down, run up, and not the cleanest price action throughout here, going all the way over to London. So Frankfurt open and we could have gotten a sell inside of here, then another buy coming up. This is outside of the macro, by the way. Then we had another, this is a 5-minute OB. I was marking these on my phone this morning when I got up because I went to bed somewhere inside of here last night because I was exhausted. This was another entry in London. So this 4 hour candle open here and manipulated up and then come right back down. So this was a decent wick and we ended up selling off here. So this special macro gave us one entry and inversion, and this one also gave us a silver bullet entry coming down. So this one was from an this is a 5 minute fair value gap, and just selling off right there, coming all the way down to 4 a.m. still selling, and then we started to consolidate going into pre-New York. So pre-New York is around 6 for me. Around this would have been around 5 a.m. when we came into this, and then we ended up buying right back up. So this new 4 hour candle, because this one would have closed bearish and this new one open, manipulated down, and this gave us a nice buy from this 5 minute order block. Nice little scalp, and these trades you can get some easy 1 to 3, 1 to 4. We ended up selling off again, but not the cleanest price action, so these ones did not give much. We ended up trading down all the way down here, so we did not have much of a discount gap here. So this is just navigating the overnight session from where we open to where we close, and I had that on the chart marking out that kind of data during today. So this trade was a nice one. I got 50 points, and if I did not pyramid I wouldn't have gotten so much from it, but I just decided to just try it, and it worked out pretty decent. So we ended up getting a nice buy here. This would have been pretty lovely catching all of this, but I missed that. Nice little sell here, but I wouldn't have possibly trusted this based on how we tapped out here before rolling over. Maybe I would have taken the buys from this OB using this little fair value gap here, so this would have been probably a better trade for me. Then by the time we got to lunch hour, we had a 5 minute fair value gap that gave us another sell coming down. Lunchtime did not trade too clean either, and this was going into the PM session where we had Powell speaking. So I think Powell started speaking somewhere around here, but we did not even react much to that news. Honestly, this market just reacts to Trump right now. And PM session gave us another buy. Started a little bit outside of the macro, but we ended up running up here, and I think this is from some earnings report over here. So that is how we did. That is how we did today. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Peace.